From the deep, dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikitas, Tabitha, and Greebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Arr, matey, ye be welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you the way to the treasures within the game.
Citizens of the Federation, prepare to be boarded. I am Tabitha, that was Nikitas, and up next is Greybog.
Our computer runs the program. Fleet Action Report, episode 218, Dimensional Typhoon season.
And happy Talk Like a Pirate Day.
And yes, happy Talk Like a Pirate Day. I probably can't do that all night the way that I was doing that because my voice will be dead. But yes, if you like to support us being here, like Nimoy and chat is support alone. We appreciate everyone that comes and hangs out. You don't have to talk, but we do appreciate those that do talk.
We love each and every one of you.
And then I guess thank you, Nikitas, for getting us started. I'm gonna guess you did your sub update.
Yeah, I just did it. I as soon as I flipped over to chat, it popped up a advertisement, and I hate that. So yes,
that is another way that you can also support us. Or if you just want to buy us a coffee, you don't want to give your money to Twitch. There is also coffee. You can buy us a cup of coffee through coffee, which is ko-fi.com/grabog, and they take way less of a cut of any funds that you want to send to us.
And Tabby could always use more coffee.
Yeah, we could. I typically go with energy drinks instead of coffee because I do not like coffee, the taste. It's not my thing.
Oh, our Orion Master is here now.
So for those watching, you'll notice that we have some badgies hanging out with us. Though you'll also notice that they aren't always like, I don't see Nikitas's, I don't see Tabby's, I only see my own. And so if you all have one, that will be the case for everybody. And we'll get to how those got in game later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Tabby, how's your week been? What have you been up to besides at school? I'm guessing first.
Lots and lots of schoolwork. I literally just finished one of my the assignments for one of my classes just about 20 minutes ago. My digital imaging homework, I just finished that. And of course, right after, once we're done with the show tonight, I've actually got to go to the go to the school class website and submit it. So, but it's got to be turned in by midnight tonight. So I've got plenty of time.
Cool.
But cutting it a bit close.
I was like, I guess if you weren't done, you probably wouldn't be here tonight.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Well, thank you. I just lost track of the due date is all.
Easy to do.
I guess, Nikitas, what have you been up to and how are you doing?
Not school. My school doesn't start until January, so not school. But it's been a busy week. Things have been hectic. I worked a bit more than normal. Work was busier than normal, I guess I should put it that way. Gaming wise, I haven't really done a whole lot of gaming. I've done STO, I've done the daily, finished up the last event, started this one. But we'll go into that here in a little bit more detail. The only other thing I did WoW. I played WoW. I'm leveling a new tune on WoW. I think I got them up to their 30s or close to 30, maybe something like that. And then I've been playing the Magic Online That's because that's easy to do and walk away from if I need to. So, or Magic Forge, the one that I sent you, Greebog.
Yeah.
Because they have NPC players, and it's just easy to pick up, and then if I have to, like if I'm at work and I get a call, I can walk away without having to worry about other players being involved or anything like that. So I've been doing that a fair bit. But yeah, that's it really. What about you?
Real life has been hectic. Some grievances will be filed with an insurance company about a facility that's not great. And also with the Council of Aging, we will be expressing our grievances there as well. Which means that this place is probably going to get in trouble since the Council of Aging oversees and makes sure such facilities are doing their job and not scamming people. So yeah. Outside of that, and my frustration there, things have been okay. I mean, I've gotten, this has added a lot of stress to me, but outside of that, like I said, I've been playing some WoW. I have been really enjoying the delves they put into the game. I am able to do tier 8 delves, which is equivalent gear drop as a mythic +7. So I can't do mythic +7 dungeons, but I can do a tier 8 delve. So I've been gearing up doing the delves because that's easier, and if people know me and whatnot and need some help with tier 8 delves, feel free to hit me up if I'm online, and we can group up and do some delves together. I enjoy them, and they're fun. Yeah. Outside of WoW, because I play other games, I've been doing my daily in STO, and I really want to get so one of my other games did also a drop. Well, welcome in. Thank you, Endeavor, for trusting us with your community. But welcome in, everybody.
Hello, Endeavor Game On.
I appreciate that. And let's see. So yeah, I've been doing my dailies in STO. Satisfactory was the game I was talking about. They did a drop. I'd love to get some time to play in there, but I've been focusing more on WoW and STO.
Happy talk like a pirate day.
Yeah, talk like a pirate day. I guess if you are WoW players, that you can get some stuff in WoW special, as long as you're not enemies with the place that they're at. Anyway, so that is me, life and all that. This week in STO, they released a bunch of news, and yeah, so we have upgrade weekend, which is started today, and you have until the 23rd to get all your upgrades done. I would highly recommend, if you need to upgrade gear, this is the time to do it, because all tech points from your upgrades are doubled. So you'll get more technology points. It does not increase your rarity point, but the fact of the matter is, it will give you, every time you hit the end, you'll still get the roll to try to get that quality upgrade as well, which means you could technically also spend less upgrades getting to that gold, if that's what you were trying to do.
During that same time period until the 23rd, we have a 20% bonus Zen purchase. That's written weird. Okay, so when you buy Zen, you get 20% more until the 23rd. There we go.
Yes.
Woohoo! And promotional items from now until October 1st. You can claim in the promotional items tab of the Zen store, you can claim a Vulcan visor and Vulcan hair bob, 2 separate items in the promotional tab, inspired by Lower Deck. So if you want the Rutherford's visor and haircut, or Talin's haircut and hairband, you can go and grab those items in the promotional store.
I just
And
finished getting that on every character before we went live. Like,
it doesn't apply account wide.
no, you
No.
have to claim it on each character.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
At least they fixed the bug that you could only claim that once. When they first put it in, you could only claim them once, period.
And
Yes.
yeah, and like Rutherford's haircut, I think you can apply it regardless of gender, which makes it really interesting.
Oh, I don't know about Rutherford's haircut, but I do know the Vulcan haircut does not apply to Caitians or Pharasans, and I'm kind of salty about it.
Oh,
Yeah. So it doesn't work on all races, species.
I haven't checked the others. I haven't checked all of them. I specifically checked the Pharasans. Didn't work.
All right.
we'll get there, Nimue. We'll get there.
Now for the salt.
Here comes the salt.
So they decided they were going to add some more lower deck stuff to the lobby store. Most of this isn't too bad and interesting items. There are 2 new universal kit modules. Exceptional Compromise is one. Agamus Aggression Network. I kind of am curious to test that one out. I haven't picked it up yet. I'm also kind of curious on what people think about it. They also added the ground weapon Sword of the Winter Constellations, which it looks really neat. It sounds pretty neat. They already buffed some of these things because they apparently didn't make them good enough initially, which I'm glad that they're working to get them into a better spot. They also added a sidearm device. For those that don't know, that means it will take a device slot. It's much like the knife that we got from the one mission that changes your basically offhand, like you normally it's like a either a gun sweep or you smack them with the butt of your gun. It replaces that. And then they added 2 traits, 1 ground trait, 1 space trait. Basically these 2 traits will give you all kinds of weird resources, typically things that you're going to use with the duty officer missions. And if you are, let's say you have a captain that you are, I don't know, maybe you just have one captain that does a bunch of contraband or raider stuff and you want a bunch of stuff, these 2 traits might help you acquire some of the stuff, so you don't have to spend any EC from the vendors to buy some of it. You could just end up acquiring it with the traits to get them without having to, yeah, like I said, spend money. Yes,
it's interesting to note that those are basically, they are trait versions of the Hanger Pet Advanced Orion Slavers, because the Advanced Orion Slaver Hanger Pet has a chance to steal energy credits, commodities, or uncommon contraband commodities from their targets. So basically they took that ability and turned it into a space trait / ground trait.
Interesting.
and then they also decided, hey, we know everyone loves Badgie. We're going to put Badgie in as well. So they created this Badgie Photonic Constructs box. It is in the Vanity tab because most of this are non-combat pets. Though there is a combat pet. So first, let's go with what's in the box. You have the Photonic Construct Badgie Mark II, which is the gold variant. Then there's the Photonic Construct Goodgie, which is silver, I believe. Right? Or is that? Yep. No, I can't remember now.
Goodgie's the silver one because I'm looking at him.
Okay. Silver. And then we have Logic-E, who is bronze. And then they decided to give us a giant middle finger with the combat one, which is also in the box. the percentage chance to get the combat variant, from what I was hearing from other players, it's roughly a 6% drop rate out of the box, or roughly you're gonna spend on average 1,500 Lobi. Now, yes, I know some of you have amazing luck, which is always true because we know people that can open up 5 lock boxes and get 4 ships. That holds true with this. This is yet another lockbox. Like, it's a giant. I'm not happy with this at all.
Yep. So basically, in short, there is a badgie box that when that you buy with Lobi that gives you a random badgie variant and one of 4 random badgie variants.
Yes,
And it can either be and like 3 of them are non-combat pets and 1 of them is a combat pet. Now now even though that 1 out of 4 is a combat pet, you don't have a 25% chance of getting the combat pet. So far the percentage chance seems to be roughly 6% and roughly 1,500 on average. And I think the pricing on the exchange so far is currently about 300 mil.
Correct. I'm looking at the exchange right now. Yeah, and same with you. Like, you can buy and sell all of the boxes for the badgie stuff. Some people apparently are selling just the Badgic Photonic Constructs box, which is a random chance box which is the Lobi box. Or you can pay 299 million for the combat variant. You know, you can pay for you can buy a whole ship and get a combat pet.
That is a 2 followed by 8 9s.
Yeah, it's roughly on average right now going for 300 million EC on the exchange. I'm not happy at all with this move. To me, it's a giant FU to the players.
Yeah,
it just
and
seems
this move, like at first I was like, before today, I really wanted a Moopsie pet, right? A Moopsie combat pet. But after them doing this, I don't want one, because last thing I want is for them to introduce a Moopsie pet and for them to pull this kind of nonsense with it.
and I could totally see him do it too. Like 4 or 5 non-combat
Moopsies.
Moopsies and then 1 combat one.
Hey,
And
here's
yeah,
a Moopsie Lobi box, and there's going to be 4 non-combat Moopsies and 1 combat Moopsie.
Well, as soon as I heard it was going to cost on average 1,500 Lobi to get a to get the combat badgie, I really feel like they went, oh, we shouldn't have given them all 3 things from the event campaign this year. Well, let's get rid of that 1,500 Lobi that we gave them, and here, F you, we want that Lobi back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I get the dilithium exchange being an issue, because you can trade dilithium for essentially real money, right? And that cuts into their profits. So I understand them wanting dilithium sinks in the game. Totally get that. Lobi is not the same. You cannot exchange Lobi for real items, and even the ships in the Lobi are to the point now where they're subpar. It's not really worth it, you know, to grind out Lobi for the ships. It isn't. And for them to do this just seems like such a weird move. I do agree that there's a thing here about, oh, we just gave you, 2 free Zen Store ships and a promotional ship and 1,500 Lobi. Now we need to take something back. It just seems like a weird move. I'm going to swear it off like I do all the lock boxes in game. Now that's just my personal thing, but I'm not playing this game. I won't do it.
Yeah, we have some the badgie non-combat pets, courtesy of Greebog's efforts to get a Agi combat pet for science and testing because in the spirit of we were going to try and get the combat version to test it up against all the other ones because we did all of the testing of the combat pets and we wanted to see how it compared to the other ones. But we didn't get it.
Yeah.
So
My free to play account lost its 1,500 lobby trying.
anyway, we could talk about this all night, but let's move on. So the new event started yesterday. The Dimensional Typhoon Dimensional Typhoon event. Along with that came some sales. There is a 15% off keys and key bundles, and that includes the 20 key bundle with the ultimate tech upgrade. Last until the 21st. There is a lobby sale, 20% off everything in the lobby sale until the 21st. And there's a start your adventure sale going on until the 21st. You get 25% off services, uniforms, personnel, and starter packs in the Zen store. And Tabby gets to talk about the actual event that we're going to show off here momentarily,
which will lead us into our primary target.
The Dimensional Typhoon event, not to be confused with the Interdimensional Typhon event. From 9/17 to 10/17, 20 days of progress to get the reward. Now, note that this is not part of the event campaign. This is a standalone event, but it's still worth doing because you get a free ship. To get your event completions, you do the new TFO called Royal Flush. You can do the Battle of Wolf 359 TFO. Resistance of Starbase One. It's like the defensive Starbase One, but with the Borg instead of the Mokai, and of course you are blessed with the exploding spheres. You can also do 2 new patrols, Out of Control and Unwanted Guests. And your reward for doing all of this for 20 days is the Typhoon Temporal Battlecruiser, now seen on your screen right now in the lower part. And it's not part of any existing ship family, so it does not share parts with any other ships. Per a tweet from Thomas Marone. Now, you do get you also get a pulse phaser weapons pack of 6 pulse phaser space weapons. And it is only claimable on one captain, though they will most likely be account bound.
The ship will be account wide, but the pulse phaser pack is one captain claim.
Right, but usually the weapons that you get from one of those, like when you claim them, usually the weapons you can trade them between captains.
Yes.
Yeah, the box is usually an account, even though the individual weapons are not. Hey, just to add to that, I just added it to the notes. So the TFOs actually give you 2 progress points each. The patrols give you 1. You need a total of 40 progress points to get the reward. So it's 20 days, but 40 progress points. Because you can earn 2 per day.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do the patrols, you have to either run the same patrol twice or do one of each, where each TFO will give you 2.
The Typhoon, is it from a previous game ship or a previous?
It's
it was
early
actually
STO.
one of the original STO ships that the player base never got. It was advertised. It even showed up in a few of the early missions. But the player base was never given access to it.
Oh.
They made promises and then didn't follow through. What? I guess that, 13 years later?
All right, so let's move on to our primary target. We are going to run these TFOs, as many as we can, to try and get this done. So a little bit more detail on the reward real quick. The Typhoon Temporal Battlecruiser. It has a Lieutenant Commander TAC / command seat, a Commander Engineer / temporal seat, a Lieutenant Commander Science, an Ensign, and a Lieutenant Universal. Consoles, it's got 4 TAC, 4 Engineering, 3 Science. Actually sounds like a really good candidate for yeah, lost my train of thought. What's it called? The consoles. Isomags. The Isomags. It's a good candidate for Isomags. You can have 6 of them. It has Battlecruiser Mastery package. It's got a Piggyback Launch Tubes trait, which is whenever you fire a torpedo, it also launches a microcharge for additional kinetic damage. The console has a passive boost to projectile weapon training and projectile shield pen, and then it has an active click that it creates an expanding net that travels 10 kilometers straight forward and deals proton damage. It says notable builds, CSV or tank. Could also be good for a torpedo build.
The traits and console are probably going to be in a lot of people's torpedo builds. I just know I've heard people so far talking about putting CSV or using the Typhoon as a tank. So I'm sure other people can find other uses for it. But yeah.
I'm gonna try
what are actually what are the 2 cruiser commands it has on it?
I don't know.
Let me see if they put that in here.
In the meantime, I'm going to queue us up for Royal Flush. This is the new TFO.
Well, since it is a temporal ship, it has the defensive configuration. It has the temporal package on it.
Shield frequency, weapon system, and strategic. It doesn't have attract fire.
Wee woo.
But it has the temporal stuff with the configurations, and then once you get powered up, it can do the molecular deconstruction beam. Yeah.
Which is nice. Extra beam damage. Need a Moopsy point defense system for our ships. Eats incoming torpedoes and then spits them back. That would be hilarious.
As long as they don't,
as
long as they don't add it into another random box system.
Right. We don't need more lock boxes. So disappointed.
Okay, I have not done this one yet.
Okay, well, here at the start, you sit here for a minute and a half waiting for you to go. And then there will be, we have this first central point we have to clear out, so that way the planet killers have a spot to come in. And then if you notice, there are 3 points that their beams shooting up. You have to go and clear out basically a checkpoint for the planet killer to go through for each of these 3 points. And then there's another spot you have to go to and clear out for on each side. So let's say like I will go left once we split and take the red side and clear out that side. You have to keep the planet killers alive throughout the entire thing. Once you get red, green, and blue portals all knocked out, then you get to go back to the middle and fight cubes. And then the cubes do something funny, as they say, or do something odd. I can't remember which way they put it. They go inert and then merge.
Fusion cube.
And then you get the giggle at how easy the fusion cube is.
And this character's not even decked yet. I am taking a lot of fire, though. Okay, so as you can see, you don't have to clear this whole area. As soon as you defeat the cube here, the planet killers will warp in.
Though I recommend that you clear the area because they will start attacking the planet killers, the stuff that you don't fight off.
Yeah, and then...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to talk about the ships that need to be rescued.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the optionals here.
Yep.
So
I'm heading to beta.
Oh, same.
I will go to beta as well.
So there are Undine ships. They will have the shields that are around the different points. You rescue them, they will help you out. Yeah. And of course, with any fluidic space, you'll get tossed around left and right because that's the way they roll in fluidic space.
Watch out for the big explosions when these cubes go. They will hurt. And
no one
that
went
was
to
actually
Delta. I'm going to head to Delta.
That
you
was
guys
the
can
beam right
keep
there.
On.
Did we rescue all the ships? It looks like it. I'll head over towards Epsilon.
I'm already pointed at Delta, so I'm going to keep going.
Okay. The first time I ran this, it took us less than 8 minutes to get it done. And we rescued 14 of the 15 ships. The second time I ran it, it was almost 9 minutes, and we only rescued 7 of the 15 ships. It does not give you the opportunity to continue. Once all the beams are shut down, it moves on, and if you haven't rescued the ships by then, tough.
A lot of them will end up just blowing up, I think, is what I noticed. If you don't rescue them by the time you're done with the points.
Oh, I better get away from that cube.
But yeah, you can also see the planet killers all have a health thing. You'll get calls out if they get they're put under attack. So that can be a thing. If you have no one doing, say, one of the sides, then you could potentially. I don't know if they'll actually get destroyed or not. I've not gotten to that point. Even in the worst run that I've had, which took me well over 15 minutes to do because I ended up having to clear all the points myself for whatever reason. I guess I was with a bunch of not geared players. I that's the only thing I can think of, or people just had no clue what was going on. I don't know, but so yeah, you could get through this rapidly, or you could have some chaos. The first checkpoint for the planet killers is always going to be a cube that you have to fight off. And then the second checkpoint is always going to be an octahedron. Or as many people say, like the Queen's ship.
Oh, it's a yep. There's yep. I found the octahedron.
Oh, I thought I was too close. Luckily, I was not. Okay, I'm heading towards Zeta.
We're on...
Or Zebra.
I guess...
Or Zulu.
New? I don't know my Greek alphabet. I think he just said Nada. Is that what it is?
ETA. ETA.
About 3 minutes.
Oh, he said, yeah, Ada. Oh.
ETA about 3 minutes.
Oh, oh. But once you clear out the entire path, like if you take out all the Borg, you don't have to worry about sitting on the planet killers to defend them.
Oh, we got to take data out here, like real fast.
It's fine. We've gotten all the whatever Undine
I don't
ships.
care one iota.
There we go. Get the beam. Okay, so that's done.
And now we get to play with the cubes.
And they're over there.
Yeah, it's essentially back at where we started. If you don't know where that is, there's a green arrow on your mini map to point you in the right direction.
And there they are. It's worth noting that these guys will not explode. But they won't release their tractor beams either. At least not initially.
New respawn point unlocked. Oh no.
I don't know if this is going to be a lot harder in harder difficulties, like what this is going to be like, but in this mode, it's kind of silly how easy the cubes go down, and yeah. Once they fuse together, you have to actually take out each individual cube yet again. So the way I typically do it is I go to one side of the cube, blast all 4 cubes on that side, and then I fly to the other side and blast the 4 cubes on that side.
Spoilers?
Oh no. Spoilers, they fuse together.
Nice little cutscene they did.
I guess I had higher hopes for the fusion cube.
Well, the description said that you were supposed to run around while being chased by this thing. Or at least that's the impression it gave. Obviously, that is not the case.
I mean, it's got a lot of inertia. It can't just fly around willy-nilly. It's got to ramp up speed. It's at full throttle right now. You just can't tell. It's got such an inertial rate, you know.
I did notice on my last run, I didn't see it on this one, but I noticed on my previous run through that it does launch V'ger style
torpedoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch out for those torpedoes. Something tells me that they will wreck you. You can take them out because they are an attackable, like high yield type torpedo. And yeah, then they tell you to leave the area. But don't give you time to do it.
Can you imagine that explosion though? If that's actually in game, like the AOE on that would have been ridiculous. Omega. I actually need Omega. Okay, go ahead and leave map, guys.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean it may have been. I know they were cutting it close on time on a lot of this stuff, and that's why we didn't actually get a mission. So maybe they were cutting it close on time for the TFO as well.
You're right, Pax. It's not, and actually, we were kind of hoping for something similar, like where you had to blow it up from the inside out.
Yeah, I would have loved a Borg fusion cube style, or the Breach style Borg fusion cube TFO, where you have to fly around inside of a fusion cube.
And who knows? Maybe the mission will do something like that. Or maybe we'll see it again show back up later. I'm just a little disappointed on this one. There's just no way to say that otherwise.
Fluidic space was merely a setback.
Let's
do the new patrols.
Since it's 10:43, let's do the new patrols, and then if we have time, we'll run probably, I don't know, Wolf 359. So out of control first.
Sure.
Okay, I'm selecting it.
Are we doing advanced, normal?
I'm still on normal, I think.
Yeah, let's do normal because we just want to kind of blow through it. All right, Borg multiverse. We're doing out of control.
Out of control. I will warn you. The one in Kinger is. They took Ninth Rule and replaced things with Borg essentially.
No nearby threats have been identified.
This one starts out innocent enough.
Get out of my way, weird ship.
There have been some comments about they changed the voice for the leader that we are hearing now.
Yep, that voice is different.
And from my understanding, I think it's different even compared to. It's
oh my
different
God, it's
in the
changing
two different.
Even.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
It feels a little bit like they might have had multiple people working on this, and they didn't sync up what they were doing. Which I get. You probably are going to have multiple people working on it, but.
Oh, that hurt. I didn't get out
don't
of there
be
fast
inside
enough.
the giant red spot. I mean, if you didn't fix, what was it? Is it the Zenkethi or Voth or who does the big giant?
Zenkethi do it.
But here we're just you blow up a lot of Borg. They keep coming in. Eventually, I believe we take out the sphere, or not sphere, cube, or I guess make it run away. Though this doesn't end until you evade 4 plasma rays. So you could be done.
Success.
But you can't. It's not done until the you've evaded enough. Which is what we're right now doing, just flying around.
Massive energy spike detected.
There it is.
Which to me seems like they may have miscalculated a little bit on.
There should be more enemies. They should run it like Tur or whatever, where they just keep coming in.
Though I imagine the enemies last longer on higher difficulties. And there we go. That's it.
Yeah.
Super fast, super easy.
And then they want to stay. The Iconians, so this is an alternate universe Iconian that ended up in our universe, and now they're asking to stay. And warp out.
Hey, you all
what
are
our
nice.
Iconians would say about that.
Well, and that's even Tiket So yeah, it's an alternate universe to Ket, who never became all energy. It's a little weird. Unwanted Guest
Unwanted Guests. Oh yes, Kinger.
is Kinger.
Launching.
But it reminds me of Warlords of Draenor. Hey, we need Gul'dan back. So we're going to just do a whole expansion or something to bring back someone we want back.
Oh look, it's the same marker where
Yeah.
where Madrin sits.
Oh my
It's
god.
they gave the spawn points now have portals instead of just them warping in.
And then the other group comes in over here.
Yep. This is like exactly the ninth rule, but with though you do have to close the vortex. Though that's sort of like you do have to talk to. Now go over to this spot where we did.
Oh,
We're
Madrin
chasing
ship-
Madrin, or I mean we're chasing the.
Did you guys notice that these are still control Borg, even though I thought we did away with the control Borg?
Oh, now we have the spot that we're gonna, tractor beam Madrin over to.
Tractor beam Madrin too, and there's going to be a massive amount of.
And so if you have a great amount of like frontal, you can just sit at one spot and just keep shooting and shooting and shooting.
I wonder if this will. I wonder if this will make it into the power leveling rotation.
I'm going to test it. I'm definitely going to test it. I'll get log reports and see where it fits on the scale. Though I am getting decent. Well, I'm getting loot and experience with 3 of us on a patrol.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, you can just sit here like we are, or like I am, and just keep shooting and shooting.
Well, this one actually gives us a timer. So it says defend Harmony from enemy and has a timer on it. So they'll just keep spawning in as long as we're sitting here blowing them up.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to move if you've got you are flying a setup that has everything frontal. You can just sit here pointed at the spawn-in point, much like a lot of us do on Ninth Rule, and just take them out.
I don't. There we go.
There are none remaining.
We'll take them out, all of them.
And for the record, since it is Talk Like a Pirate Day, Greebog and I are in Breen ships, and Tabby is flying an Orion ship. We tried to go with a pirate theme.
Arr, matey. So I'm surprised. Was JB streaming tonight? Pirate Day. I don't know that I saw him streaming.
It still put me in a different instance from you guys.
So that's the new patrols.
And the new TFO.
And the new TFO.
Now we have some time left. We could run one of the other ones just for funsies.
Let's do it for funsies.
Funsies.
You guys good with Wolf?
Sure.
Sure.
So the one we're not doing is Resistance of Starbase One. It is essentially Defensive Starbase One, but
with
Borg. Maybe you're seeing a theme here with these new Borg stuff.
It's the rehashing of old material.
It was It was assimilated.
True. The assimilation of old material.
The Borg came in and assimilated the old material. It's just, whatevs.
I mean, the visual, again, I'm just going to rehash this. So the visual on the new TFO is nice. The coming together of the Borg cubes definitely has some Armada vibes to it. I just wish the fight against the fusion cube was harder. I
A
mean,
little bit more
it was
epic.
yeah, it was death in Armada. If one of those showed up, like, it could take out a group of star bases like they were nothing.
I am Locutus of Borg.
Oh, Locutus.
Is futile. Your life, as it has been, is over.
And here we go. Oh, look, it's another minute and a half wait.
I wish that if everyone hit okay, let's go, that it would jump to like a 30-second countdown.
Yeah, I could get on board with that. I like the detail on this ship. I've never really looked at it before. Huh.
I'm in the Galaxy. Galaxy?
Mine's the Bastion.
The Princeton.
So how about that badgie box?
I've
See,
been
that's what happens.
refraining from words that I could say.
See, that's what happens when we have an uncomfortable silence. I start talking about things that make people mad.
But before stream, everyone got to hear me drop F-bombs and my dislike for their method of combat badging. And then also me questioning if this is the way Deca's going to handle some stuff. Maybe I hope for better. I'll just say that. I hope they listen to the player base. But if this is the way that Deca's going to handle things, I'm worried. I'll just say that.
If this is the way that Deca goes. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I had to do something to get us off the salty topic, right? I put us on there. I'm taking us off.
So that meme where you see the salt train going, that's me right now, okay?
I just think it's such a ridiculous move, honestly.
Make me, if they wanted it to cost $30, put it for 3,000 Zen in the Zen store. There. Done.
That's an interesting idea. Hadn't really thought about that.
Because someone put that, 3 million EC is roughly $30. So that's why I said, if they wanted it to cost $30, that there was a solution to that. There would still be people that would pay 3,000 Zen to get him.
Tabby, you've got an assimilator behind you.
This is the Righteous. We've been boarded. Attempts to resist assimilation are failing. We
picked up survivors from the Saratoga. Commander Sisko managed to evacuate many.
We've got an assimilator on the backside doing its thing too.
It hasn't started yet. I'm handling two sides here. Someone keeps coming to my side and leaving, or one of the sides and leaving. So
There we go. I'll move as soon as I get these rescues done. Trying to keep the cube from grabbing anything. Okay, that one's done. I'm going to move to the back side.
I'm back here rescuing.
Okay.
Biggie decided to stay on the one side, so.
All hands, this is the kinetic. The Borg are conducting boarding action. Send assistance at once.
And I'll say that for Moopsy, if they want to just charge, if they think the price point is $30 for Moopsy, then just charge me $30. Don't make me gamble 30 or, you know, I guess 10 to 30 or I guess probably 10 to $40 trying to get it. Just charge me $30. Then I know whether or not I want to get it.
Well, that's the whole thing about the gamble boxes, though, is they may get more than $30 if enough people do it. Why I don't like gamble boxes.
Fusion of fleet, we're being boarded. Can anyone assist us?
Abby's on that side. Louis on that side. You're still on the back. Okay, we're actually split up pretty good.
Fleet, this is the Anderson. We're being boarded. Repeat, the Borg are heading. Fleet, this is the Anderson. We're being boarded. Repeat, the Borg are heading.
Mr. Anderson. Oh, wait.
Anderson.
On a completely different note, I have a Transformers TTRPG rulebook.
Nice. You picked it up.
Well, it was a humble bundle, so yeah, I was like, and it gave you pretty much all of the content that the company that is behind it offers.
Now, is that their own system?
It is. They call it the E20 system, which is Essence 20. It is a 2D20 system. Yeah, those spheres are hitting us hard. Apparently, they really liked me. They like me. They really like me. Oh wait.
I'm on the spheres. Now, see, like, this is a pretty epic fight, right?
Yeah.
This cube is way more difficult to fight than the fusion cube, which shouldn't be how it rolls. Just saying.
They need to paste 8 of these cubes together. Then you'll have a fight.
That would actually be terrifying.
One sphere down, 2 to go.
Get away from them, tractor beam.
2 spheres down, 1 to go.
Okay, where'd the other sphere go? There it is. I see it.
It wandered off. Apparently, I got thread on it, and it's roaming the map because it couldn't find me. Like anything that likes me, or I summon. It roams the map.
You're an anti-tank. When you get threat on something, it leaves.
Hey, I don't think that was at the Battle of Wolf 359, guys.
Focus on the cube.
A Jem'Hadar battleship just warped in.
It's fine. I'm sure it's completely fine. Well, here, I'll summon more things that weren't here. Like, some raptors. Because the Klingons definitely showed up to help at Wolf 359.
Yeah. Everybody knows that.
Actually, there's a reference. The Admiral makes a reference that says the Klingons were sending ships and possibly even the Romulans. But canonically, they didn't make it on time. So help was on the way, which I find really fascinating, especially the Romulans.
A futile maneuver. I will continue aboard this ship to sector 00.
All right, we hit the, we're done. You just have to wait for the story to finish.
Scripted loss.
I mean, I hit one of those and I don't know. I can't remember if it was a mission or it was in WoW. I hit a scripted loss where I was at 100% health, and then all of a sudden they had me on the floor. I'm like, and it still said I was at 100% health. I'm like, why am I laying down if I'm 100% health? What? I guess I needed a nap.
I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. Next week, we are going to be highlighting the specialization seating on ships to kind of finish off the segment we've been doing about all the different types of ships in STO. So we'll give some information on that. And then Monday, as always, we're going to be on here just blowing stuff up and possibly leveling some characters. Or if anybody needs help with anything, we're happy to do that too. As always, see you out there.
Have fire, be safe, and don't fire yourself on set.
Watch out for the salt train. Thanks everybody for coming, hanging out.
Do be safe when you're putting into port, mateys.
And yeah, I
Citizens of the Federation.
no thanks. I'm not part of the Federation. Stop it.
And her allies.
But thanks again, everybody. Live long and prosper. Stick around while we'll raid somebody. Computer end program.